Tyler McMurtry joins us today on Primetime Local News. He's from SGI, and we're talking today about SGI's Traffic Safety Spotlight for April. This month, the spotlight is on suspended drivers and drivers with unregistered vehicles. Now, Tyler, first of all, what are some reasons that people may have their licenses suspended?
There's actually quite a number of reasons that somebody can get their license suspended. A lot of it has to do with your driving behavior. If you have a driver record that has a lot of collisions or traffic convictions, you may end up getting your driver's license suspended as part of SGI's driver improvement program. There's also, if you have unpaid traffic tickets, that's another reason that you'll see a lot of people getting their license suspended. Many suspensions have to do with impaired driving. If you are convicted of an impaired driving offense, you will get a driving prohibition as a result of that. But even before that conviction happens, for a criminal code offense, your license is suspended immediately and indefinitely until those charges are dealt with in court, or you are eligible for ignition interlock. And even if you're not impaired driving, even if you're not given an impaired driving offense, a criminal code offense, if you have a lower alcohol violation or a violation of our zero tolerance on drug impaired driving, you can get your license suspended temporarily for 3 days at roadside or more if you are a repeat offender. So there's also even some ones that people might not have heard of. You can get your license suspended if you are passing around a fake ID, or if you are behind on your child support payments, or if you are soliciting prostitutes. So there are a number of other reasons as well. We have them listed out on SGI's website. But the main message that we want to give people is, if your license is suspended, no matter the reason, it means you're not allowed to drive.
So in SGI's release, I saw that there are 185 automated license plate readers on police vehicles in Saskatchewan. So if you're driving with an unregistered vehicle, a suspended license, the chances are you're going to be caught by police. If you're caught, what might the consequences be?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Jace. But if you are caught, the consequences you can face. Now, it depends on the reasons you were suspended in the first place, but in many cases, you are getting your vehicle impounded for 30 days. And it might not even be your vehicle. It might just be the registered owner's vehicle. If you are driving somebody else's vehicle and you're suspended and the police officer finds that out, that vehicle is getting suspended or getting towed right at roadside, and you're going to have to find another way home. You'll also have to go to court, and then the judge will decide, depending on the outcome of that proceedings, about whether you are going to pay an additional fine, whether you are going to perhaps have a longer driving prohibition as well. And depending on the circumstances of your original suspension and what you were doing when you were caught, you may even be looking at a jail term, because there is a criminal code offense for driving while suspended. Now, some people are convicted of the Traffic Safety Act, the provincial legislation, driving while suspended. And so that's just a straight date in court. You're not necessarily going to go to jail as a result of that, unless there are other circumstances at play there. But in any event, it's a very serious situation. The other thing you have to understand is, if you're driving with a suspended license and you cause a collision, you do not have insurance coverage in most cases. So you could be on the hook for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars of damage to the other person's vehicle, or if an insurance company has to pay out injury claim benefits to the other party, the insurance company, including SGI, will likely come after you to collect that money. So that's another good reason to not drive while suspended. But of course, the best reason is you've been told that you shouldn't do so, and there's safety issues at play in many cases.
Now, when we look at some of the other traffic safety spotlights that SGI focuses on, things like impaired driving, seatbelt safety stand out, and I think most people can understand why those are important. But some people may feel like driving an unregistered vehicle is a victimless crime. Can you tell us why SGI is focusing on it so much this month?
Well, we would strongly disagree with that assertion. Of course, as I mentioned, there's safety issues at play. Like, for example, some suspensions are related to the fact that there's a medical issue there. And so you're not just out on the road by yourself, you're sharing it with other people. And as I mentioned as well, many of the other suspensions are related to your driving behavior, directly related to your driving behavior. So you might need to attend some driver education before SGI says, okay, you can have your license back. So that's what we would say to that. And even with the focus on unregistered vehicles, if you're willing to drive around a vehicle that's unregistered, knowing that it is not registered, knowing that you don't have insurance coverage, what other risks are you taking? And I've been on a number of ride-alongs in those vehicles that are equipped with the automated license plate readers. They might start out with a vehicle that they're pulling over because it's unregistered, but then when they pull that driver over, they do a check on the driver, and there are other issues at play. And so that's one of the things that people should understand, that this is about safety. We are trying to improve safety on Saskatchewan's roads, which is why we have put so many of those license plate readers in police officers' vehicles. And they're amazing machines. They can scan 1 plate per second and flag for the officer whether the vehicle is unregistered or the owner of that vehicle is suspended. And then that's going to initiate an investigation.
Tyler, thanks for taking some time to talk with us today. That was Tyler McMurgy from SGI.